Hey, sexy tribe. So, something interesting happened to me this morning. Now, today I met, I want to say a friend of mine who I respect a lot, and I feel like there's a charge on her. The more I pay attention to her, the more I feel like an energetic charge to like be around her, and I'm wanting to seek out like her approval and or um, just be in that her energy. And what I've noticed is that what I noticed this morning was that a huge amount of anxiety, and when I was present with it, I realized that I felt this at every single time I go to meet someone or hang out with someone that I have like I feel like I can be really vulnerable around, or I feel like I have a charge on them, which is usually an attraction type of charge. That's the way it feels. It's an attraction charge. But anyway, today I just allowed myself to sit with that, and I laid down and did like a regressive type meditation exercise with some Reichian breathing, which is one of the modalities that we use in our workshops. And I just went back in time to a space where, like, with my mum, and it felt like it went back to the time when, either just after birth, or no, it feels like it was just after birth, maybe either zero and maybe a year or two, and just that moment of being born and like the anxiety of like, is my mum gonna love me? Is my mum gonna love me? Is my mum gonna love me? Mitch, wasps. I'm sitting on a fire escape, and there's paper wasps. They're fine. Anyway, I digress. And yeah, does she love me? Like, would she accept me for who I am? And I feel like while I was in the womb, I had a feeling or like an energy around, or an intuition around that she wasn't going to love me. And I could feel the sadness that came up from that, and then pushing it through that timeline of my whole life, where in other relationships, when I've gone to meet other people, women, gone to meet other women, it's like breaking out into like this anxiety sweat. My heart would race, my head would like come up with all these like scenarios of like how to avoid the shame of being rejected, or the shame of not being like accepted for who I am. And it was a beautiful moment for me, because I feel like there's a lot of men that will go through this, where they feel like they're going to meet someone that they feel like there's a really important connection with. They feel like they want to nurture this and they don't want to fuck it up. So you end up approaching the whole situation in this anxiety space, and you end up fucking it up. Either you overcompensate, and that's what I used to do in the past. Like, I would overcompensate. Like, I'd think about, nah, man, I'm fucking good looking, I'm confident, I can handle this shit. You know, I'm got money in the bank, got a fucking car, got a house, got all the shit taken care of, all the financial achievements, or like the protector style achievements. Now, what could go wrong? But the minute I needed to open up my heart, I didn't know how to do that. I'd be vulnerable and just like, this is where I'm at, this is what I'm feeling, this is what's going on for me. So I feel like the more in touch you get with your body and your feelings, and just being aware of like, what am I feel so anxious, like what is going on here? And instead of like meditating it away, or coming up with some reason around like, I shouldn't be anxious because I'm good looking, you know, I'm confident, you know, I'm Fortune 500, or I'm an executive or a CEO or whatever. Just sit with it and associate it with something that relates to your mum. It's really powerful, it's really simple, and for me, it unlocked a new paradigm of when I'm in this situation again. And if that feeling comes up again, I really don't feel it's going to have the same intensity. So when I met up with her, it was just complete, like, me. Like, pajama me, like morning me, like lunch me. It was just me. It was just who I am for 90% of the time. It just felt like it was me. And when I show up in that space, I feel much more comfortable. I can listen more, so I have a deeper presence of self. Listen, the nuance, what's going on in my surroundings. Like I feel really grounded. So I feel like that's something that's lingered over my entire life in relationships, very much with women, and that relationship with meeting them somewhere that's like new, or that I don't have an advantage, then yeah, I felt that gave me an answer, and I'd like to share that with you guys. So peace, and have a great week. I love you all.